The highlight of opening day was Goose Gossage firing batting practice to last year's batting champ, Tony Gwynn. It's hard to beat this matchup. And both had their moments. But what's Tony doing here? This week is supposed to be for the pitchers and catchers. You know, somebody better remind Tony Gwynn that he led the majors in hitting last year and that he just signed a new contract. I mean, when was the last time you heard of a league all-star showing up a week early for spring training?
January, I was hungry, I was ready to come out here, and when I got the opportunity to come out a week early, I jumped at it because, I just felt like I wanted to come out and be with my teammates and come out and get some extra work, and I think the guys who are home right now are ready to come out now, too.
But if you know Tony, then you know he's not about to become complacent after hitting .351 last year. He knows it's going to be tough to beat his '84 stats, but he plans to give it a try.
I'd like to improve on last year if I could, but I seriously doubt if I'll hit .351 again. I just want to go out and try to be consistent like I was last year and hopefully, have the team win. That's the most important thing. I'd rather hit .280 and have the team finish first again than hit .351 and finish in the middle of the pack.
And with that kind of attitude, how can Tony or the Padres go wrong? With the Padres in Yuma, Arizona, Al Keck, News Center Tonight.
He only hit .351.
That's it.
Wow, he's warming up.
I love it. First off, I love the video. I love the perspective on hitting from Tony. And no surprise, he's there early to hit, right?
And it's like
to hit live pitching.
Yes.
We view all this in hindsight, knowing the type of player he was and the career, the legend that he became. But in those early stages, you saw the foundation laid with that work ethic, and it's so cool to look back on that.
3-4 years into his career, yeah.
Unbelievable. And I want one of those Tony Gwynn windbreakers with the number 19.
We can dig.
There's a giveaway idea for you, Eric Grubner.
One of the things you noticed from that story there was just the access you had in spring training and what it looked like. Now it's very fancy out in Peoria.
Yes.
But take a look at this, you guys. This is some old school video from Padres spring training back in the early 80s in Yuma, Arizona. And I want you to look, like there's chain link fences in the outfield. There's cars parked everywhere. It's just,
it looks like you're
this
playing
is
at a high
spring
school
training.
tournament. Yeah.
Look at that. It's unbelievable.
That Garvey? that was Steve
Look
Garvey,
at that fence in the outfield. Spring training has changed so much.
The Peoria Stadium is awesome. And Derek, you were just out there. They did some upgrades to the facility as well.
This is what they had back then was like one field. Everybody kind of had to work. It was like being in high school or being in college. Now they've got 6 fields plus a half field. They've got great facilities. The clubhouses are all built up. The lockers are nice and big. Like it's almost 30 years old. But it's a very modern facility. In fact, talking to Gavin Sheets, who's of course played all around the Cactus League with his time with the White Sox, and he said, Peoria Sports Complex, it's an older facility, but it's certainly one of the nicer facilities.